From Tokyo, Japan and New Plymouth, New Zealand, this is Down to Business English with your hosts, Skip Montreux and Samantha Vega.
Hi, Skip.
Hello, Samantha.
That was quite the excitement we had the other week. Did you get many tsunami warnings?
Oh, you mean the ones issued after that big earthquake off the coast of Russia?
Yes. They are saying it was one of the largest earthquakes ever recorded.
You know, it was a bit of a scare. Of course, I was okay where I was, but I read that around 2 million people were evacuated in some parts of Japan. And I believe some waves actually reached up to 1.5 meters up in Iwate Prefecture.
That's pretty big.
But yes, all of the warnings and advisories have been lifted. How about in New Zealand, where you are? Any impact?
Yes, we had tsunami advisory and warnings go off on our phones, and much of the coastline was evacuated. And still some of the tides are a little bit wacky, even now.
Really?
Since the earthquake, yeah.
But no actual tsunami arrived.
No, I don't think so. Just higher than usual waves.
Well, that is fortunate. Things could have been a lot worse.
Absolutely. It's remarkable how one event can have such wide-reaching effects.
Oh, it really is, isn't it? And speaking of unexpected events that have wide-reaching effects, have you seen that viral video from the Coldplay concert in Massachusetts?
Oh, yes. How could you not? The Kiss Cam. The video clip that turned into a full-blown PR disaster for one particular tech company.
Well, it was a disaster for the employees involved, but it is turning into a bit of a PR victory for the company itself.
Is this our business topic today?
Yes, it is. We are going to examine the recent scandal involving the executives of the data tech company Astronomer. We'll go through the timeline of events and look at how the company turned this PR nightmare into a positive.
Great. Let's do it.
Yes, let's do it. Let's get D2B, down to business with the Coldplay Kiss Cam scandal, turning a PR crisis into a business opportunity. For anyone who hasn't been following this story, let's start with a timeline of events.
That's a good idea. Although it has received a lot of international attention, I'm sure some of our listeners are not familiar with it.
It all started at a Coldplay concert just outside of Boston back in July.
Great band out of the UK.
Well, during their show, the stadium's Kiss Cam landed on two people in the VIP section of the stadium, who were embracing each other, enjoying the music.
Just in case anyone isn't familiar with what a Kiss Cam is, a lot of major sporting events and concerts in North America use something called a Kiss Cam. During a break in the action, a camera scans the crowd and puts couples up on the big screen for everyone to see.
That is exactly what it is.
If you end up on the Kiss Cam, you're supposed to kiss the person next to you. It's meant to be a bit of fun, but sometimes things don't go as planned.
Well, at the Coldplay concert, things certainly did not go as planned. The two people the Kiss Cam landed on were Andy Byron, the CEO of the data tech company Astronomer, and Kristen Cabot, the company's head of HR.
But they didn't kiss, did they?
No, they did not. Byron, with a look of horror on his face, immediately ducked out of the frame, and Cabot, also looking pretty shocked, covered her face and turned her back to the camera.
Not the reaction you'd expect from a happy couple enjoying a concert.
No, not at all. In fact, Coldplay's frontman, Chris Martin, made the comment, either they are having an affair or they are just very shy.
But they were not shy. They were, in fact, having an affair.
Yes, Byron and Cabot have families of their own and had just been caught cheating on their spouses.
A very awkward situation.
That is one way to put it.
But how did it go from just an awkward moment at a concert to a full-blown media event?
Someone in the audience recorded the incident on their phone and posted it online. The clip went viral almost within minutes and was shared across TikTok, X, and YouTube, racking up millions of views in just a few hours.
And then social media did what it does best, turned a private moment into a global spectacle.
It did. Byron and Cabot's marital status and job positions were quickly identified by internet detectives.
That is just terrible. And the fallout was immediate. They both resigned, didn't they?
Yes, but not before Astronomer conducted an internal investigation.
What exactly were they looking into?
It focused on whether Cabot's relationship with Byron, who was her superior, resulted in any abuse of power, conflicts of interest, or biased HR decisions.
Those are quite serious issues.
Well, there were whistleblower claims from within the company alleging that their relationship may have influenced promotions, possibly to the detriment of other employees.
And have they discovered any misconduct on Byron or Cabot's part?
We don't know. Although Astronomer was transparent about setting up a formal inquiry, no report has been made available to the public so far.
I suppose they are under no obligation to do so.
No, they aren't. They only have to convince their workforce, their employees, that if any misconduct did take place, reforms will be made.
But they have to worry about the company's public brand image as well.
Of course. And this is where the story takes a surprising turn. Rather than go into hiding, Astronomer decided to face the PR crisis head on.
How exactly did they go about doing that?
They hired none other than Ryan Reynolds' advertising company, Maximum Effort, for damage control.
Ryan Reynolds, the A-list actor and star of Deadpool. One of my favorite Canadian actors. And he's also co-owner of a successful advertising agency.
That's right. That ad agency, Maximum Effort, is known for producing viral advertising campaigns. And Astronomer brought them in to create an ad to help.
What did they come up with?
A 1-minute tongue-in-cheek viral video featuring Gwyneth Paltrow.
Another celebrity.
Yes, and she also happens to be Coldplay's frontman's ex-wife, so there is that connection.
Interesting. So what is the ad about?
In this ad, Paltrow appears as a quote-unquote very temporary spokesperson for Astronomer, and she pokes fun at the Kiss Cam scandal without actually mentioning it. The spot blends humor with a pretty clever acknowledgement of the scandal, making light of Astronomer's sudden fame.
That's a pretty clever move. By reframing the story, they took some of the heat off the company.
Exactly. In fact, some media experts are saying Astronomer's response to this viral scandal is a case study in damage control.
I suppose so. I mean, they were a very small, unknown company before all of this. Now, Astronomer is a household name.
Pete DeJoy, who is acting as Astronomer's interim CEO, recently posted a heartfelt thank you to all the employees at the company for their ability to come together in this crisis and support the company. He also thanked Maximum Effort and Gwyneth Paltrow for their remarkable work.
Well, one thing is for sure. They definitely were able to take a lemon of a situation and make some lemonade.
That's a nice way to put it. There is no doubt about that. And on that note, I think it is time for us to get D2V down to vocabulary. The first word on today's D2V list is embrace. To embrace means to hold something closely in your arms, usually to show affection. In today's episode, I reported that Coldplay's Kiss Cam landed on two people who were embracing each other, enjoying the music.
To put it simply, they had their arms around each other while listening to the music.
Precisely.
You can use embrace idiomatically in a business-related situation as well.
You can. For example,
You could say, our company needs to embrace new technology to stay competitive.
very nice. Here, embrace means to accept or welcome something new. A new technology, a new idea, or even a new policy.
Let's move on and embrace the next word on our D2V list.
Very good. What's next?
Our next word is the phrasal verb to duck out. It means to leave or escape from a place or situation quickly and often quietly.
And usually because you want to avoid something.
In today's episode, Skip reported that Andy Byron ducked out of the frame when the kiss cam focused on him at the concert.
In other words, he moved quickly out of the camera's view so people wouldn't see him on the big screen.
Can you give us another example using duck out, Skip, in a business situation?
I often use this when I'm in a meeting that is going on way too long. I say, "Sorry everyone, I need to duck out early to make an important phone call."
You lie to your coworkers?
I don't lie. I just give an excuse to leave.
What's next on our list?
Our final word on today's D2V list is the noun misconduct. Misconduct is unacceptable or improper behavior.
Especially from someone in a position of authority, like a manager or a public official.
In today's episode, I explained that after the kiss cam video went viral, Astronomer started an internal investigation to see if there was any misconduct by Andy Byron or Kristen Cabot.
In this context, misconduct means Astronomer was looking to see if either Byron or Cabot had behaved in a way that broke the company's rules or was unethical.
The company wanted to know if they had done anything wrong at work.
You often see the word misconduct in employment contracts. For example, a contract might read, "The company has the right to end your contract for any serious misconduct."
I think a clause like that has been in every single teaching contract I have signed in Japan. And I'm happy to say I have never lost a job due to misconduct.
Not even for lying to leave meetings early?
Would you like to help Down to Business English reach more people wanting to improve their business English skills? Follow Down to Business English on Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Spotify, or any place podcasts are found. Leave a rating and a review and tell everyone how much you enjoy the show.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode. Quite a story, wasn't it, Samantha? Who knew a simple kiss cam moment could lead to such a major business case study?
It's a good reminder of how in today's world a single viral video can not only ruin people's lives, but also change the direction of an entire company.
It certainly shows how important it is for businesses to respond quickly and creatively in a crisis moment. D2B members and Apple Podcast subscribers, the bonus Down to Vocabulary episode for today's report will be dropping in the next few days.
In that bonus D2V, we will be looking at 5 more words and expressions from today's episode. Those words are to not go as planned, to rack up, to conduct, a detriment, and to reframe.
If you are a D2B member, make sure you have copied and pasted your member-only RSS feed URL from your account page on the D2B website into whatever podcasting app you use. That way, you will not miss that bonus episode.
Apple Podcast subscribers, there's no need to do anything. That bonus D2V episode will appear in your podcast feed automatically.
Thanks for listening, everyone. See you next time.
Take care.
Down to Business English. Business news to improve your business English.